Good morning, students. This is our part 4th for history chapter Nazism and the rise of Hitler. And we are going to continue the important headings of this chapter from NCERT. Earlier, we have talked about that what is the condition of youth in Nazi Germany, as how the Nazi government ordered that how the male children should be taught to hate Jews, Gypsy, and the other racial community. Now we are talking about the Nazi cult of motherhood, that how the Nazi government pass the laws and the regulation that what type of education should be given to the girl child or the women in the Nazi society in Germany. Children in Nazi Germany were repeatedly told that women were radically different from men, and the fight for equal rights for men and women that had become a part of democratic struggles everywhere was wrong, and it would destroy society. While boys were taught to be aggressive, masculine, and steel hearted, girls were told that they had to become good mothers and rear pure blooded Aryan children. Girls had to maintain the purity of the race, distance, as that in Nazi Germany, the government has instructed that women or the girl child should be you can say treated in a different manner, and the fight that there should be equal rights for men and women is not a good sign for the Nazi society. It can destroy the society. So it shows that how the Nazi government was biased for liberty between male and female, and while the boys one side has taught that they has to be aggressive, strong physique, and their heart should be very you can say they have to be steel hearted, they have to be strong enough, not sensitive. On the other hand, the girls were taught that they had to become a good mother, that the first responsibility being a girl is that they have to become a good mother, and they are responsible to you can say to rear the pure blooded Aryan children. Girls had to maintain the purity of the race, distance from the Jews, distance from themselves from Jews, look after the home, and teach their children Nazi value. So it was you can say order to the all women and the girl child in Nazi government, in Nazi society, that the girl child should be brought up in such a manner that after the age of adulthood, they will be responsible to generate more and more you can say children who will be the pure Aryan blooded, and these girls were or the women were not allowed to talk to develop any type of friendship or the marriage with the Jews, as it will be prohibited to them. Now they had to be the bearers of the Aryan culture and race, and these girls after the marriage, these women has to taught the Nazi value to their children. It was compulsory for female child. Next, in 1933, Hitler himself told that in my state the mother is the most important citizen. But why he has told this statement? He has said this statement as according to him the mother is the responsible to produce more and more Aryan blood children, so that more and more people will be having the same mentality as Hitler. Now, but in Nazi Germany, all mothers were not treated equally. Women were born racially undesirable, children were punished, and those who produced racially desirable children were awarded. But in Nazi government, the all female were not, or the mother were not, you can say, treated equally, as the women who are produce desirable children, they are awarded. On the other hand, the women who are not producing the racially desirable children, they were punished. They were given favored treatment in hospitals and were also entitled to concession in shops and theatre tickets and railway fares. Now, and one side that the women who were following the Nazi government rules and regulation, they were taught that they were having so much of comforts and luxury, as there was free checkup, medical checkup or treatment in hospitals for them. They were also entitled to the concession in the shops and the theatre tickets and the railway fares also, to encourage women to produce many children. honor crosses were awarded. They have honored the women who are producing, who are following their culture. A bronze cross for given 4 children, then silver for 6 and gold for 8 or more children. So you can see that what a pathetic and the pitiable condition for women in Nazi government. Then all Aryan women who deviated from prescribed code of conduct were publicly condemned and severely punished, and the women who were not follow these all the regulation, they were physically and mentally punished. Those who maintained contact with Jew, and somehow some women who maintained their contact with the Jews, Poles, Russians, they were pardoned through the town with shaved heads. You can say that their all hair was cut down, blackened their faces, and placards hanging around their necks, and it was written there that I have not follow the honor of the nation. Many received jail sentences and lost civic honor as well as their husbands and family for this criminal offense, and their entire family sentenced to jail. And there was so much of physically and mentally and emotionally harassment was given by the Nazi government or the Hitler's government to these women who were not following the rules and regulations of the Nazi government. Now, the art of propaganda. Now, in this heading, we will continue that how the Nazi government, the Hitler, has controlled the media power also, the press, how the press was controlled by the Nazi government. The Nazi regime used language and media with care and often to great effect. The terms they coined to describe their various practices are not only deceptive, they are chilling. Nazis never used the words kill or murder in their official communication. Mass killing were termed special treatment, final solution for the Jews. Now, for the disabled, it has been given the another name and selection and disinfections. Evacuation meant deporting people to gas chamber. Do you know what the gas chambers were called? They were labeled disinfection areas. Now you can see that how intelligently they were using their education for the very poor purpose and very bad purpose, that the gas chamber which was produced to kill the innocent people and the children, they were labeled them with the heading of disinfection areas, and looked like bathrooms equipped with fake shower heads, and they looked like a, you can say, bathrooms which was having the fake shower heads, but in fact they were the killing center of the innocent Jews, Gypsy and Russian. Media was carefully used to win support for the regime and popularize its worldwide. Nazi ideas were spread through visual images, films, radio, posters, catchy slogans, and leaflets. In posters, groups identified as the enemies of Germans were stereotyped, mocked, abused, and described as evil. Socialists and liberals were represented as weak and degenerate. They were attacked as malicious foreign agents. Propaganda films were made to create hatred for Jews. The most infamous film was the Eternal Jew. Orthodox Jews were stereotyped and marked. They were shown with flowing beards, wearing kaftans, whereas in reality it was difficult to distinguish German Jews by their outward appearance because they were a highly assimilated community. They were referred to as vermin, rats, and pests. Their movements were compared to those of the rodents. Nazism worked on the minds of the people, tapped their emotions, and turned their hatred and anger at those marked as undesirable. So now, in such a manner, emotionally, psychologically, how the Nazi government changed the mindset of the pure Aryan-blooded people to develop the hate and anger, aggression against the Jews, Gypsies, and Russian people in Germany, and with the help of poster, banners, hoardings, newspaper, magazine, films, they portray the image of Jews and the undesirable people in a very poor and in a very negative manner, so that all the Aryan blooded people will hate them. Now, the Nazis made equal efforts to appeal to all the different section of the population. They sought to win their support by suggesting that Nazi alone could solve all their problem, and politically and emotionally they you can say they have won the faith on them by the people that Nazi is only the government who can solve each and every section society people's problem and challenges. Then ordinary people and the crimes against humanity. Now we are studying the chapter the rise of Hitler and the Nazism, that how the ordinary people were having the challenges during the Nazi government in Germany, and how there was so much of crimes has held in Germany which were totally against the humanity. How did common people react to Nazism? Now the question arises that okay, so many people were compelled, they were harassed, they were punished physically and mentally if they were not following the Nazism, you can say tradition, culture, or values. But as overall study, how the common people, common mass in Germany thought about the Nazism. Many saw the world through Nazi eyes and spoke their mind in Nazi language. They felt hatred and anger surge inside them when they saw someone who looked like a Jew. In this manner, the Nazi government got success. They marked the houses of Jews and reported suspicious neighbors. They genuinely believed Nazism would bring prosperity and improve general well being. So anyhow, the Nazi government and the Hitler got success that so many people were thinking like the Nazism and the Nazi government. They were developed the hatred, and you can say they were developed the hatred and disconfident on the Jews and the other racial community. But not every German was a Nazi. But it should be clear in your mind that when we talk about the common people mindset in Germany during the Nazi government, so it should be clear to you that not all the people were supporter of Nazi or Hitler. Many organized active resistance to Nazis. Many people thought that Nazi government is so repressive and it is not healthy for long term society development, and they braving police repression and death. The large majority of Germans, however, were passive onlookers and apathetic witnesses. They were too sacred to act, to defer, to protest. They preferred to look away. Pastor Niemöller, a resistance fighter, observed in absence of protest and uncanny silence amongst ordinary Germans in the face of brutal and organized crimes committed against people in the Nazi Empire. He wrote movingly about this silence. What he had? First, they came for the communist. Well, I was not a communist, so I said nothing. Then they came for the social democrats. Well, I was not a social democrat, so I did nothing. Then they came for the trade unionist, but I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I did little. Then when they came for me, there was no left who could stand up for me. What a beautiful poem was written by Pastor, that he said that in Germany, first the Nazi government and the Hitler attacked on the communist, but I was not belong to the communist category, so I didn't stand up to oppose them. Then they reached to the trade unionist. I didn't belong to them. Then they hated and they killed the Jews. Then also I didn't speak anything. But lastly, when they came to punish me without any charge, then I have to stand up, because after me there was nobody who can stand for me. So it was a situation that how brutally the Nazi government tortured the common masses to follow their rules and regulations. What Jews felt in Nazi Germany is a different story altogether. But how the Jews people struggled and what they thought about the Nazi government, it is definitely a different story. That Charlotte Badret secretly recorded people's dreams in her diary and later published them in a highly disconcerting book called The Third Ray of Dreams. She described how Jews themselves began believing in the Nazi stereotype about them. They dreamed of their hooked noses, black hair, and eyes. Jews look and body movements. The stereotypical image publicized in the Nazi press haunted the Jews. They troubled them even in their dreams. Jews died many deaths even before they reached to the gas chamber. Now you can see that how the mind and psychological and emotionally the Jews people were frightened by the Hitler rules and the Nazi government, that before reaching the gas chamber they died just because of the fear and just because of the inferior complex. They died before reaching the gas chamber. So you can imagine what was the psychology and how they were filled with the fear, and they were not having any confidence about their looks, about their physique, and how isolated they were feeling there. Now, knowledge about the Holocaust. Information about Nazi practices had trickled out of Germany during the last year of the regime, but it was only after the war ended and Germany was defeated that the world came to realize the horrors of what had happened. While the Germans were preoccupied with their own plight as a defeated nation emerging out of the rubble, the Jews wanted the world to remember the atrocities and the sufferings and they had endured during the Nazi killing operations, also called the Holocaust. At its height, a Ghetto inhabitant had said to another that he wanted to outlive the war just for half an hour. Presumably, he meant that he wanted to be able to tell the world about what had happened in the Nazi Germany. This indomitable spirit to bear witness and to preserve the document can be seen in many ghetto and camp inhabitants who wrote diaries, kept notebooks, and created archives. On the other hand, when the war seemed lost, the Nazi leadership distributed petrol to its functionaries to destroy all incriminating evidence available in office. Now, yet the history and the memory of Holocaust live on memories, fiction, documentaries, poetry, and memorials and museums in many parts of the world today. These are a tribute to those who resisted it, an embarrassing reminder to those who collaborated, and warning to those who watched in silence. That it was all about that how the Jewish people were punished by the Nazi government. These people described their pain, their suffering in the form of books and notebooks and keypads in the form of poetry. Although so much was destroyed by the Nazi government, but still there was some, you can say, some part which was saved, and it was just like a reminder to tell the world that how the Jewish people sacrificed and how they were killed by the Nazi government, just because that without any, you can say, without any charge, without any you can say, without any that they didn't give any type of harm to the Nazi government or the society, but still without any cause, without any cause and without any purpose, they have to sacrifice their lives. It is all about the Nazi government. Yeah. It is a beautiful which I want to tell you that the Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation, has written a letter to the Hitler, and I want to tell you that what he has written in the letter, that letter to the Adolf Hitler, and it was written in July 23, 1939. India got freedom in 1947. So before independence, what the Mahatma Gandhi has written to the Adolf Hitler, it was quite interesting. I want to tell you. Hitler, Berlin, Germany. Dear friend. Now, it was written by Mahatma Gandhi through the Hitler, and he addressed, Mahatma Gandhi ji addressed him as a friend. Friends have been urging me to write to you for the sake of humanity, but I have resisted their request because of the feeling that any letter from me would be an impatience. Something tells me that I must not calculate and that I must make my appeal for whatever it may be worth. It is quite clear that you are today the one person in the world who can prevent a war which may reduce humanity to the savage state. Must you pay that price of an object, however worthy it may appear to you to be? Will you listen to the appeal of one who has deliberately shunned the method of war, not without considerable success? Anyway, I anticipate your forgiveness if I have erred in writing to you. I remain your sincere friend, Mahatma Gandhi. So, what Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi has written to the Hitler, that he just want to inform the Hitler by his letter that whatever wars, whatever mass killing the Hitler was doing, it was not good for the society at all. Although at one time there will be no harm personally which reached to the Hitlers, but after some time he will find that whatever he has without any cause, the innocent people which was killed by him is not a good work, which will not the, you can say, which will be not the good or the welfare to the German society. And lastly, he said, maybe you will forgive me if you find that I have written anything wrong, and I remain your friend, Mahatma Gandhi. So it was that Mahatma Gandhi also instructed by his letter to Hitler that he was going against the humanity and charity as a human being. So student, it is all about this chapter. Now we have completed all this chapter in this part 4th video, the Nazism and the rise of Hitler. And now I will start the question answer from the NCERT folder, although the question number 3rd and 6th we have done between the content when we completed the part 3rd. Now one by one we will do the NCERT folder questions. These are the short answer and these are the long answer. So I will give you the homework from the NCERT folder this time. Till then, take care and goodbye. God bless you.